everyone, and for this video, this is the Beyblade X BX36 Whale Wave review. This is a random select featuring a new balance type Beyblade that is Whale Wave. We'll be taking a look at this and trying to see how good is the latest release. So to give you the backstory, since Mako Maiden is often Persona's practice opponent, Multi thought it would be a good idea for Maiden to basically just get a new base, since practicing against Shark Age all the time wouldn't be that useful. Now going over to the system, your blade is the main thing that makes contact with your opponent. Your ratchet determines both height and burst resistance, and your bit also determines burst resistance because of the shaft, but also your movement pattern. Alrighty, we're gonna start off with opening 01, the prize. Really interesting color scheme what we got going on here. I am very intrigued to see the lovely whale. Dude, this looks really thick and crazy. So let us talk about 01, the prize, which is Whale Wave. This is a balanced type blade. Now, technically, the entire gimmick of this is the whole idea of like press attack, where it's using the height and everything to like slam down on opponents with hard-hitting attacks. The Whale Wave blade has a large 5 blades that kind of like curve up and down, where I guess the idea here is supposed to like hit opponents with like a barrage of hits while like hitting from above. Now, overall, the blade design does look very nice for its visual appearance. Your ratchet is 580. There's not really much else to say here. 580 is just a fine thing for 80 height if you want to use it for stamina or defense. If you wanted to use it for other combinations, see it on a case-by-case basis, it's okay. Sure, why not? We do get our new bit, which is Elevate. Now, Elevate is a very interesting bit where it doesn't have high resistance, actually. The resistance on this is the first bit of balance that has low resistance. It has a large guard of supports there. Now, this is not only to keep it stable in battle, but how this basically works in battle, the reason why it's called Elevate is because it's technically being lifted up when it's doing an extreme dash, which I think is really, really cool. I would also like to mention with Elevate, it does also have some curves on the gear, so it does seem like it's gonna have some weird kind of pattern in the Extreme Stadium where it's gonna have some wacky movements. Low flat's about like 28.7, Elevate's about like 29, and then flat's about 29.5. So Elevate is like in between that type of low bit and a regular bit. So that's kind of interesting for how they did the height for it. Now we've got 02. What are we saying? All right, kind of open that a little bit mad. I'm not gonna lie to you. So these other recolors of Whale are kind of just whatever. Like, we then after have our 02 recolor of Whale Wave. This one sports a black recolor of it. Now, like I've been saying with Beyblade X stuff, I just wish that not everything was so monocolored. I think it looks okay. That's pretty much the best way I can describe it. Just, yeah, it looks fine, you know, whatever, I guess. It does come with a ratchet of 470. Now, 4 sides I generally think is pretty clapped. I don't really like using it just because of the burst risk. If you want to find a way to maybe make it useful or viable, go ahead, but it's very hard to use. High needle also, I would say, it's a okay bit to use for defense still in the current climate of Beyblade X. It requires a lot of skill use. It's 1 millimeter taller than that of regular needle and generally has decent stamina. Okay, lastly, we are at 03. We then after have Whale Wave 380 Gear Ball, the white recolor. Similar thoughts to what I've said, just in general with these recolors. Would have liked it maybe they played more with like the purplish or kind of reddish that they kind of had on there, but the Whale Wave blade looks okay. You know, it's fine. The ratchet 380, you know, again, like I've been saying for 80, I'd good for stamina or defense. 3 sides is generally fine. Gear Ball is a bit where I think they probably only paired it up in there just because of the fact that Gear Ball only really works on heavy stuff where it doesn't burst as easily, but it's essentially focused on an extreme dash. Now, my issue with this is that very, very, very easy to burst and lose with it. Alrighty, we've got this scale right here. How heavy is Whale Wave? 38.13, 38.24. What else do we got? 38.14 again. 38.20, and then after we have the Black Whale Wave, 38.14. Yeah, and a low 38, but goddamn, yo, this is like super, super on the high end for stuff. This is nuts. And of course, I mean, the other parts, you got about like 7.4 on that one, 3.24. I'm kind of just gonna be cycling through these like 6.93, whatever, for like the white whale and stuff. Not really much interesting. Yeah, I am like super, like, dude, it's such a heavy release. Okay, why not? About 48.89, 47.21, and then after 46.6. So, I mean, I mean, going over each of these one by one, I've already said basically what I need to say, which the colors were a little bit better on these recolors, but yeah, sure. And again, High Needle, wow. Couldn't spare like a Hex or something, for God's sake. Or, I don't know, like, I would have taken like a Black XL maybe, something interesting. I guess we don't really have enough defense bits to really pick out. No, I would have taken Dot, actually. That would have been cool. I like the color of like this kind of like highlights of like this pinkish and purple. I wish the rest kind of follows suit, because pure white, you know, doesn't really look that nice. It's like a snow-themed bay, I guess, but, you know. Yeah, I'm thinking Beyblade X is really starting to play. They're not trying to do this whole thing where a specific type of bay is like themed around like, oh, it's red, blue, or green. Now they're just really going crazy with it. Looks really, really crazy, and the way that this curves up like literal waves is such a neat design. Now, obviously, to explain, with Beyblade X, to burst, you have to twist to unlock. Now, because of this bit right here, now all three of the bits that you get in this have low resistance, right? So it's going to be a little bit easier for me to actually turn to unlock, right? Now, if I get a bit with higher resistance, like let's say a flat bit, it's going to be a little bit more harder to turn because there's that resistance there. So it's not the end-all be-all, just things to consider. So I'm joined here by the talented blader that is my mother. Let's first launch the whales that don't matter in the sea. We'll do this one, 3 rip. This is your defense one. I do have a feeling because it has a very large gap, it's going to be like 2 seconds to burst, but...
You don't like it?
No, I mean, this combo, I don't know if it's going to do anything, but... Rip.
I like this.
We're going to see the... No extreme dash yet. Hold on.
Yeah.
I got to really hard launch it. 3 rip. That's close enough. Okay. Now, let us launch the main whale wave. Now you're gonna see it's gonna move crazy in the stadium. It has a crazy movement pattern.
Really?
So yeah, let's do it. Side camera's gonna be really useful here. Rip.
Okay.
You see how it's moving?
Yeah.
So you know what's really cool about it? It actually doesn't touch the floor when it goes around on the rails. Rip. It gets slightly lifted up in the air, which I think is really cool. That's why it's called Elevate, because it's elevated. So, between these two, who do you want to battle? Rip. Okay, these are... Oh my god!
First point goes to you.
It went up in the air. Yeah, these things hit like crazy, crazy powerful. These have like very strong hits. Rip.
Oh no.
Rip. So what I really like about this whale blade is that you would normally think
Whoa!
maybe not that
Awesome.
good, but they made it like so crazy, man. I'm so curious to see its potential. Rip.
Wow!
So next up, we are going to try Whale Wave. And we're gonna throw it up against Wizard Rod 360 Ball, a mighty stamina combination. Rip. Holy shit. Rip.
Away again!
Rip. Dude, it just hits like super, super hard. It's like
You're going
insane.
out. You're going down. That's it. No more winning for you.
This is like really
Cross the
strong.
line.
I'm barely, I don't know how to use this thing. This is like the stock combo and it's like smacking Wizard Rod. Rip. I'm not used to this because it's not making any sound when it moves. It's like, oh my god, it's like the silent killer.
Oh, it doesn't make noise.
No, like when it's going around on the stadium, like you hear nothing. It's like, I mean, that's only with Elevate though, to be fair.
Isn't it the sound of losing?
Rip. I cannot wait to beat this bay.
I cannot wait to beat you.
Ay, ay, ay!
Did I get you right? Did I?
Right?
Right, like in the right spot
That's not
to
what you
go
said.
down.
You didn't say that.
No?
You said great.
Right? sorry. Don't make fun of me.
I can't. By the way, I do win this round. Like, now we're going serious
No,
mode.
you're not.
Dylan Rip! Dylan Rip!
It's so nice to miss me.
I don't know what it's doing in the stadium.
It's going down slow.
Like, it doesn't speak. It doesn't do anything.
It's going down. Like,
It's silent.
yeah.
It's the most introverted Beyblade. That's what it is.
Oh god.
I'm still I need one more. I need one more. I can prove. I'm gonna get like a crazy win in this. Just rip. Whale wave. Drown it.
Blink and you'll miss it.
Gigantic bleaching.
I don't care as long as you lose, and I gotta prove it that you're gonna lose. Because you don't have it in you today. I just
Oh my god.
winning. Are we switching?
Rip. Finish it, whale wave.
Who's gonna get this round? It's gonna be me.
I got it. You get to use your favorite one. Drawn Buster. Just rip. Just rip.
Good luck.
I don't know how to launch this. Oh no, never mind. Just rip. I can feel you losing.
I can feel that I got this round and it's no fucking way. Really? No.
Okay, now at the end, you'll get one bonus where you can either use this one or this one against the whichever.
I like the white.
Okay. Dylan rip. Dylan rip. Dylan rip. Rip. 3, 2, 1, go. Good job, proud of you. Alrighty, final thoughts. What do I think of Whale Wave? So I think on the early stuff we were able to see with this thing hits incredibly hard. I think the fact that this is super heavy in weight is really, really awesome to see. I was very surprised at the fact that it was that heavy of a blade. I think for the other parts, I think Elevate's very interesting for the stamina that it has, and I'm very curious on other stuff, how much use we get out of it. I'm also curious because it does have like a little tiny little flat bit on there. Kind of curious how fast that wears, but overall, for just the prize, I think the blade is really, really solid. I really like the performance. I do want to see a little bit more of it. I generally think it hits pretty hard, but I'm not too sure about the stamina. Again, this was very much no reference at all, just kind of like light work, just trying to see with it. But in terms of the whole random select, I think they're just okay. Just all right. The blade is the nice part of it, so it's gonna basically really hard carry the rest. So even if you got the other stuff like 470, not really a good ratchet. High needle, kind of whatever bit. 380, again, whatever, sure. Gearball, I think the lineup on the select is a little bit weak. No, pretty weak I would say, but you're just doing this for the blade. So I want to say if you're new here, subscribe to the channel and comment your thoughts. What videos do you want to see with Whale Wave? Let me know. As well, make sure to check out Mall of Bays. It's our store, which is an awesome way to support the channel. I appreciate any support regardless. Since we got our shipments late, we're going to be doing our best to fulfill all the orders this week, and we'll be trying to restock the following week. Thank you for your continued support. It's greatly appreciated. I'm very curious to see the potential of Whale Wave for the future. Will this blade show that it'll just drown its opponents? Let's find out. But that is pretty much where we're going to be ending off the video, so I do want to say thank you all for watching. That'll be it for now. Take care and bye.